Welcome back to the Morning Crossfire right here on your number one station for talk, 95.1 Nigeria Info. It's 6:15 a.m. It's time to get into what the newspaper headlines are saying for today, the 18th day in the month of February 2025.
Hot and fresh off the press, these are the front pages.
Remember that these headlines are published by these media houses and have nothing to do with Nigeria Info. So do well to keep that at the back of your mind when you respond to any of these headlines. Remember, you can also be a part of the conversation by calling us live or sending a message on WhatsApp. Remember, we're also going to be streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube, so you can be a part of the conversation as well. We're going to be taking a look at the front pages of the Punch newspapers, the Vanguard newspapers, This Day Live newspapers, and the Sun newspapers. Let's get started with the front page of the Punch. A top story on the Punch newspapers. $23 billion refinery, biggest risk of my life, says Dangote. Tariff hike, Airtel raises data and call rates. 20,000 communities without electricity in Nigeria, according to REA. Osun mayhem, ex-council chair, 6 others shot dead as Adeleke Oyetola supporters war. AGF bars police from parading suspects. FG plans 2.3 trillion naira electricity subsidy in 2025. Controversial singer Portable declared wanted for assaulting Ogun officials. Bench warrant issued against singer Mercy Chinwo's manager subsists, according to court. Students to picket MTN head office over tariff hike. Newlywed allegedly tortured to death in Lagos police custody. Probe begins as 8 killed in Imo crash. PDP kicks as 300 members defect in 12 months. Labour Party dismisses reports of zoning presidential tickets. And finally, on the Punch newspapers, mega movement will emerge to unseat APC in 2027. That's according to NCFDG Okonoyi. These and many more headlines you'd find on the Punch newspapers today. Let's quickly move on to the front page of the Vanguard newspapers. Osun LG crisis, 8 killed as APC PDP clash. Lagos Assembly crisis, lawmakers DSS disagree over security agencies' presence. Police declare Portable wanted over alleged violent attack on Ogun State officials. Nigeria records $18.75 billion trade surplus. NAF airstrike kills bandits, foils attack on PMF base in Katsina. Mohbad, OPC not involved in controversies. FG wants liberalized visa policies for Nigerian businesses. Sacked Osun State LG chairman, councillors can't return to office, according to the PDP. Lagos Assembly crisis, Atiku tells Tinubu to stop interfering in state matters. Tambuwal blasts APC, says Tinubu's government thrives on propaganda. Lagos Assembly invited DSS for security purpose, not to seal offices, according to the acting clerk. And finally, on the Vanguard newspapers, inflation rate, CBN's monetary policies, others to drive stock markets. These and more you'd find on the Vanguard newspapers this morning. A quick look right now at the front page of these day newspapers. IEA projects global oil demand growth to average 1.1 MPPD in 2025. Court dismisses Christian and Shingleweigwe's application to appoint interim administrators and guardians in Herbert Wigwe's estates. New twist to PDP crisis as court orders probe of alleged forgery of election guidelines. Wale Edun demands innovative strategies to shore up volatile oil revenues in Nigeria. Kebbi to harness tourism to improve revenue generation. Trump should be a wake-up call, according to reports. And finally, on This Day newspapers, Olukoyede's record-breaking strides in EFCC and Olufashan's errors of analysis. These and many more you'd find on This Day newspapers for today. A final stop will be the Sun newspapers on the front page. LG crisis, ex-council boss. 3 others die as APC PDP supporters clash in Osun. Tambuwal, ex-Sokoto governor, accuses APC of prioritizing propaganda over governance. Again, Wabara defies Abia PDP, endorses Oti. Obasa, why we took over Lagos Assembly, according to DSS. Student loan, NEL fund to close 2023-2024 application cycle, February 21. Osun APC urges Tinubu, IGP, AGF, others to rescue Osun citizens. Crisis hits Bayelsa PDP as state ward executives bicker over suspension of acting zonal secretary. And finally, on the Sun newspapers, SEDC to spend 140 billion naira in 2025. These and many more you would find on the Sun newspapers this morning. Time to get to your reactions. The numbers to call are 0700-951-0000, 0809-597-4869. On WhatsApp, it's 080-999-30137. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. So you can watch us on there and drop your comments as you do. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning again.
Good morning. You're welcome.
This is Prophet Michael Tomoke.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Trump should be a wake-up call. See, people, God made us as human beings and He gave us power. He gave us dominion.
You need to move away from your device, Prophet. Your device is on and I can hear it in the background.
Yeah, He gave us, God made us, He created the world, and He gave us the power to rule, to dominate. He gave us dominion to rule. God doesn't come back. God doesn't come down to execute judgment to us. God uses good people to bless people, and He uses bad people to judge people. He has given us power to rule, control, and rule. That's exactly what is happening.
All right.
Trump's power is on liberty, freedom. People should get that.
All right. All right, Prophet, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. We'll take a very quick commercial break and we'll come right back to take more of your reactions. Do all to drop your comments on WhatsApp or send a voice note. Remember, when you're sending a voice note on WhatsApp, to keep it to 1 minute long. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back for your feedback.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Hello, excuse me. This Milo pack looks different. I'm seeing support energy release, BAM, on the pack. Is it the same Milo? No, this one is new and improved. The supports energy release means when you give your kids Milo as part of breakfast, you are giving them energy they need to go to school. I like this one.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! He done of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say the wine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abby?
Jerry, now you they talk like this. Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I no know.
Guy, HFM.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said HFM.com.
Which one is HFM.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said HFM.com. Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
Whether you're reuniting with loved ones or starting a new adventure, fly Emirates from Lagos to the UK via Dubai and start your holiday on board. Enjoy complimentary food and drink. Explore up to 6,500 channels of entertainment, including live sport. Stay connected with onboard Wi-Fi and keep boredom at bay with special meals and toys for kids. You get so much more in Emirates Economy. Book now at emirates.com. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
Enjoy the delicious creamy goodness of Cowbell. Cowbell contains Vitarich and vitamin B9, which supports brain development. Use Cowbell in your tea, cereal, pap, and other meals of choice. Cowbell, so creamy, so good.
Welcome back to your number one talk news and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to the Morning Crossfire. We're taking your reactions to the newspaper headlines. The phone lines are open: 0700-951-0000, 0809-597-4869. On WhatsApp, it's 080-999-30137. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Nigeria Info Buja, so you can join us live on there and drop your comments as you do. Good morning.
Morning, Gabriella.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Hello, good morning.
You're welcome. Good morning. Oh dear. Do all to call back if you can. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Angel Gabriel.
Good morning. You're welcome.
For family. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, I remember humble self for Bakar Ali Kedan Ali Baba Ali. I'm calling from PW Kubo this morning. And Gabriel, I'm particularly disturbed on this issue of Ocean State. I don't know what is wrong with us as people. If you don't use your brain, somebody is definitely there to use it for you. These political leaders, you are killing yourself, you are fighting because of them. They will settle themselves eventually. Their children marry each other, or they will give contract to each other. You understand? Bury their whatever differences they have and move on with their life. And you have killed yourself and go for nothing. You went and meet God. God will ask you, because of who do you die? Because of one corrupt leader that doesn't care about you. What manner of people are we? Can't we be wise? Any fight for a political leader that is not more than writing or with mouth? No deal. Because my life is more worthwhile than anything you will give me or anything I will get through you in this world. People will not think. They just go and kill themselves. That is what happened in Kano. They killed themselves because of Kokoso, killed themselves because of Ganduje. Tomorrow, Ganduje and Kokoso will come together. Kai! People know the ever wise. So thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity.
All right, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Good morning.
Good morning, Gabriella.
Good morning, you're welcome.
My name is Emeka Gwarenpa.
Welcome,
Honestly,
Emeka.
What is happening in Lagos is a shame. It is no longer democracy. This is monarchical system of government where one man has refused to give up because of the so-called structure. The same thing as Rivers. Lagos is even worse because before you become anything in Lagos, you must meet one man, and that man is the president of Nigeria, Chief Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. And this is the man that will come and tell us that he fought for democracy from 1920 or 1913. I don't want to care. And these people have said, this woman is the one who wants to lead us. And the house was invaded. See, when that house was invaded yesterday, I called on the station on Kim's program. I told Kim that it's over for Menendez. She will step down, and definitely she has stepped down. This is not democracy. This is not an example. The whole world is that. If you've seen that video yesterday, the whole world will be laughing at us. Even in Osun, Southwest is boiling. Please let us be one. Let us forget politics will come and go. These people is like Abaka say, they will settle. Just kill yourself for nothing. Thank you very much.
Emeka, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, sis.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Mr. Someza. On Portable, declared wanted. It's a lesson to all of us. Let me start from where Mana Abubakar PW stopped. Apart from that, you fight physically. Watch what you say. Because the same Portable once said, after God, now government. So no matter who you think you are, they are just watching you. When the government is ready for you, they will be ready for you. I just want to appeal to the government to temper justice with mercy. I think he will learn his lessons. And then to others, be careful of what you say and what you do. So these family members should also be careful of what we say and what we do, because when they call you to explain, then you will know that you really don't have people. Because Nigerians, most of us, not all, we go to where the music is surugede. But when the music is hot, you will hardly see people that will stand by you. Look at what is happening to Nedu and others. Finally, what is happening in Lagos? Somebody will call the president and remove your hand. Is he not the president of Nigeria? Sometimes, no sentiment at all. When there's crisis like this, you expect the president to say something. Because it's the same platform will say, Mr. President, if he's not saying something, especially during Baba Buhari time. Now this president is saying something, we are saying he should remove his hand. The only thing is, I will tell him not to interfere, but he should say something for peace to reign in that particular state, because Lagos is so a huge state for us to allow crisis to go. Look at what is happening in Edo State. We just choose not to talk. Do you see what our people are going through in Edo now or soon? Nigerians, please wise up. Do not allow anybody for you because you are supporting anybody. Remember, a politician came out some weeks ago and told us that this comedy that they are doing is just a skittle, that they are not really fighting. They will just come out, give us assignment, go in. They marry their children out. If a rich man wants to marry me now, they will say, no, who is her father? Now they marry. So truly, do not fight for them, but say something that will benefit your community and your society. Peace in Edo, peace in Osun, and peace in Lagos State. Thank you, ma.
Thank you, Mrs. Omeza, for sharing your thoughts. There's been lots of speculations, and as a matter of fact, a call to the president of Nigeria to, mediate to a large extent on what's going on right now in Lagos House of Assembly. And as a matter of fact, there are also speculations as to, what is causing for that influence, what really is going on. There are pockets of, thoughts here and there as to why there's been so much intimidation for the speaker to step down. One would assume that all these things happening in a bid to intimidate her to resign, like the previous caller had mentioned. But what is influencing for that to happen? Who's championing for that to happen? from what angle, from what quarters, so at the end of the day, there is a need for intervention. There is a need, for some kind of mediation of some sort as to find out who is causing for this disruption and how can it come to an end. I think yesterday as well, the House also voted, gave her vote of confidence. So, with that done, it might be a bit difficult to somewhat have her removed legally as Speaker of the House. But again, it's a developing story that will continue to follow as we go. Good morning.
Good morning, and Gabriella.
Good morning, you're welcome.
Thank you. I'll greet you once again. Donatus calling from Niger State.
Welcome, Donatus. Go ahead.
I think what is happening in Osun State is at times we use our brain, just a common sense. I don't see the reason why we be killing ourselves for politicians. You understand? You die of insecurity, hunger, and the rest. You still kill yourself. And these people you are killed, are your friends, are your brother. I believe they know one-on-one. You understand? I don't see the reason. No, at times you don't blame politicians. You don't use your common sense to do something. Look at what is happening in Lagos. We don't have respect for leadership and for rule of law. Understand? I think we should use our brain. We should not allow these politicians to mislead us. That's why you see they cannot execute any project. Why? Because I think they have divided us. I think we should use ourselves. Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you as well for sharing your thoughts. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja, so you can go watch us on there as you drop your comments. A few comments here on Facebook. On a live feed, Chimeka G. Edwin, good morning. He's watching live from Mabushi in Abuja. Good morning to you. Also, Francis Nnamani, watching live from Amagunze in Enugu State. He goes on to say that the federal government should come up with measures towards tackling insecurity, hunger, poverty, tariff hikes, and other economic challenges facing the country. May God help us, is what he says. Bill Dave says, don't we think it's high time Obasa and his inner caucus allow Miranda, the new Speaker of the House, do her job? Shall we continue to allow these illegalities prevail in this country? Once a legal decision is passed, let everyone follow suit, please. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Air Force has come out to say the strike from yesterday was a success. How about the over 10 persons reportedly dead? And that's what they call a successful attack. They not acknowledging the death of those civilians shows how lives are valued in this country of ours. Chukwugozie Ono says, good morning. Watching live from Uburu in Ebonyi State. Air Force killed bandits in Zamfara State. When will all these attacks from bandits stop? The federal government should step up efforts to put an end to insecurity in the country. God save Nigeria, is what he says. Okwando Obina says, from Rivers to Osun to Kaduna to Lagos is one crisis too many. Politicians fighting over one inordinate ambition or the other. Nigerians are in disarray, courtesy of mismanaged, misgoverned, and freed of our leaders. Who's going to deliver the people from the claws of its present crop of leaders? God help us, is what he says. Comrade Aliyu Musa Kasim says, good morning. May the Almighty God bless Nigeria Info. I want the government to declare a state of emergency on security. He sent that in from Wuye in Abuja. We'll come back to the comments on Facebook, but good morning to you, Peter Oda, watching live on YouTube. We'll see you. Let's get more of your reactions. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Yes, my name is Zakaria. Good morning to the listeners and the callers as well. For Osun State, I want to plead they should allow peace to reign. These political gladiators are nothing but power grabbers. If a leader is saying, I'm there, there's nothing, why did you want to kill yourself being there? It means there's something there that they are fetching. So, the state citizen should treat with caution. You have family, you have children that are depending on you. So I'm just urging anyone that have people in that state, from Abuja here, put a call to them. They should stay away from that trouble. If it is the governor Let the governor bring his children and the Minister of Interior. Let him also bring his children. Let them be at the lead of the fight. So that if they fall one, into go see how the thing they pain. Then Lagos, Mr. President, buckle up. If a lot of people are working, they will say this order came from presidency, because I wonder, the Department State of Security in Lagos, the order came from who? So, Mr. President, that is your state, your claim state. Don't allow crisis to come up there. It will show your incompetence of managing the crisis in the country. So that shouldn't allow to happen in your state. In fact, who give the order?
All right.
Is the Obasa, is he being speaker, is he a for life speaker? Is he more than others? He's voted as a House of Rep member, not as a speaker. And if the rest say your time is due, and they did their voting and vote you out, so why did he want to kill himself in there? For the past how many years, if only him being speaker.
All right.
I wonder these are our leaders. They will just want to die there, and they will claiming there's nothing they are getting from that very position they occupy. So you should go and rest, I beg, and allow another person to move on. Is he voted as a speaker?
All right, then. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Let's get on to WhatsApp now. We do have a few comments and voice notes here. This says, good morning. On the newlywed, tortured to death allegedly in police custody, where is the rule of law? Where is the human face in discharging police duty? I pray they get justice. Hajia Toyi Abdul Salam from Madala sends that message in. And this one here says, the invasion of the Lagos State House of Assembly by armed operatives is reprehensible and must be investigated. Leadership crises are normal, but enforcing change through force endangers democracy. The presidency should focus on Nigeria's challenges and not meddle in states. Meanwhile, PDP warns sacked Osun LG officials against forceful return and condemns APC's violence and urges accountability. Osun residents should support their governor's development and prepare for elections. Wale Fatola sent in that message. Fitzgerald from Airport Road says, good morning. It's what all politicians do. Tambuwal is not exempt. You guys are just the same, present or past governments. All right, we do have a voice note here, so let's quickly take a listen to that.
Good morning, Gabriella. This is Ocha from Imarabi. It is quite unfortunate that at this time and age now we still have people, fighting its political wars, killing themselves. The APC and PDP clash and some persons died in Ocean. That's quite unfortunate with everything going on and everything going on and like the hardship and everything. Some people still deem it fit to enjoy themselves, to fight themselves instead of us coming together, demanding the best from our leaders. We stay here being sentimental. And I don't think Nigeria as a whole we are really ready to progress. But anyways, I wish them all the best. And very good one. We will learn. If we don't want to learn, the normal and sort, we'll all learn the hard. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. I must also mention that when you send in a voice note, please be as audible as you can. I was practically straining to hear the things that you said. So please, going forward, if you're sending a voice note on WhatsApp, be as clear, as audible as you can so we can hear your comments as clearly as possible. All right, still taking more messages on WhatsApp. This says, good morning. Yesterday I talked about public primary schools. Pupils in the FCT have been thrown out of school since last week due to the strike embarked upon by the unpaid teachers. The 6 area council chairman have refused to pay primary teachers entitlements such as peculiar allowance, promotion arrears, annual increments, minimum wage, 25 and 35% salary increase, and so on. The union leaders and the chairman signed an MOU to implement and pay arrears with effect from January this year, but they failed. I'm calling on the stakeholders to call the area council chairman to order to prevent these pupils from becoming a mayhem in the FCT in the future. Yakubu from Goagwalada sent that in. Thank you so much for sharing that. Let's quickly take a listen to another voice note and then we'll get back to the phone calls.
Good morning, Angel Gabriella. My name is Sabu, calling from Itama. Officer of the law. I want to make a comment on the paper headline that said about thousands of community in Nigeria have no electricity. It's a shame to our politicians and most especially our senators and representatives that they cannot do anything to help their communities. It's only when election is about to come. But we are fighting and killing ourselves for them. It's quite unfortunate. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing that. Back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, Charles speaking.
Welcome. Go ahead.
The DSS and police that are invading Lagos State Assembly and doing all those things. Tomorrow now, when they want to apply visa to America, and the director of DSS and the IG will be denied, they will come on social media, television, and begin to abuse America and telling most of the Western countries if they can go to hell as they are God. They are watching them. They are watching them. And also we are watching all these things. One thing I know in this world is change is one thing that it doesn't matter how many years oppression have lasted. It doesn't matter how many years this system that they are operating, that is government of the elite for the elite and for the elite. Them and their children, they take over, they turn the law upside down, they manipulate the courts, they control the armed forces, they use the army to intimidate those who spoke truth and did all sorts of things. A day will come when this oppression will stop. Look at what is going on in America. Some of the things Obama and his political party did. Today, the crop is turning. Look at USA aid. All the terrible things, accusation of forcing terrorism. They never knew that the day will come when these things will be made open to the public. Today it is. And so many people who thought they were too powerful are going down. So we are watching. We only pray to God to give us long life and see how all these things. Most of these monsters ruling Nigeria will go down. Have a wonderful day.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning, Angelic Gabriella.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Thank you. My name is Abokar calling you from Kwagwalada. The popular Muslim says you can't hold someone down and remain upright. It's impossible. I see nemesis is taking place. The ruling party is sponsoring crisis within the opposition rank. If we are talking about taking over of the Lagos in the House of Assembly by security agents, when the speaker that stepped down was imposed, the same Lagos Assembly was invaded by teams of policemen. And the speaker was removed in absentia. He was never served with impeachment notice. He was away in the foreign land when he was impeached by fiat. No committee of inquiry. The pattern is undemocratic. He was removed unconstitutionally. So the air will not stay. And the crisis within the rank of the opposition group, you know where it originated from. So we should all right know. Government is not by propaganda. It's by action and positive action that will.
So, in your opinion, right now, what would you prefer as the solution?
The solution is to return to status quo. Let Obasa remain the speaker. If they will serve him with impeachment notice, go through the process. And now, just last week, was it last week? A local government election was conducted in Katsina State. APC was declared the winner of the all area council in Katsina. Why would they not let sleeping dog lie in Oshu? Why is they are heading crisis of Oshu? So there are a lot of things This is Nigeria. Let's let everybody knows. Because there was a time Nigeria contended with a military dictatorship, and people confronted military, not even the civilian dictator. Thank you. That is my take.
Okay, then. I was even going to ask you, but, we do have to move on because we're pressed for time as to what about the reasons for which there was the impeachment in the first place? Doesn't that matter account for anything? But we're pressed for time, so let's just move on to other callers and comments on WhatsApp. This here says... the takeover of the House of Assembly by the DSS and police yesterday was undemocratic and unconstitutional. It should be highly condemned by all well-meaning Nigerians and lovers of democracy. The resistance and the resilience of the Lagos House of Assembly lawmakers to defend democracy yesterday was a great sign of the end of one man in Lagos State. That message is from Oki Ibrahim from Buari. And this here says, good morning to you about the ongoing FCT primary schools strike in all 6 area councils. These chairmen have refused to support basic education in their domain, neither consider primary school teachers important in their programs. This is happening in the FCT. Nigeria, my country shall be great again. Genesis and sent that in from Kuje. We do have some more comments on Facebook, I believe. Yes, we do. Let's see. Andy Dogo is watching live from One Man Village. Dr. Mrs. Uma Olebara from Owerri says, every new day comes with heartbreaking news and not heart-mending ones. Terrorists, bandits, kidnappings, armed robbery. They're having field days in this country, and we have a government that cannot live up to its basic responsibilities of protecting lives and property. People are living in fear and uncertainty as no one knows what will happen next. We no longer go to bed with 2 eyes closed. For how long will this agony last is what Dr. Mrs. Uma Olebara says. Obunike Paul says, Tambol should go and get a seat at the back through Tinubu's government. Although Tinubu's government has a lot of fake promises, without anything different from the first day in office. That is terrible, is what he says. Evans Mega says,